Hey, what's up, guys? I'm sorry I have not been here. Well, listen, I've been on Nether Be Denture Diva. I'm gonna upload those videos that I did on there. That was updates and stuff to put it here. Why do I look so red? Whatever. But I want to do a quick update for you guys. I just went with the boys to their ADHD follow-up. Okay, this is probably gonna be an unpopular opinion because I normally say things that are just not popular to people to say. But my kids are on ADHD meds. Now, most of their life, I didn't put them on ADHD meds until their grades started getting bad. And I left it up to them. It's their choice, their body. They understood. They were old enough to get it. We talked to the doctor and stuff, and they said, give it a try. If it helps you focus, if you get better grades, and so be it. They're honor students now. So apparently, they say it's nationwide, but as I looked online, it is not nationwide. So let me know if you have a problem in your state getting mental health meds. My kids, the meds that they're on are almost impossible to get, which I've been super frustrated and stressing out, which is making my health really shit right now. But I don't want them to have to go through without it because I know how much they need it. But yeah, it was totally their choice. But the problem is, okay, so me and the doctors and the nurses were talking. And I'm like, COVID was a while ago. How can you even say it was COVID? COVID has nothing to do with it. And I said, how is it all of a sudden everybody nationwide has ADHD? Everybody? That's BS. That's BS. Not everybody does. And there's different types of ADHD. My kids have both mental and physical. They have all that. Which physical's not bad to you, but except Thomas used to run on walls. I'm not even kidding. They were going to test him for it, and we were sitting down talking. Thomas running all over the place. He's walking on walls like he's Spider-Man. I shit you not. The doctor's like, all right, he has it. I'm not even going to bother putting you guys through that. I'm like, no shit, he has it. It's a little obvious. Anyway, so I'm like, you're going to tell me 90% of people in the U.S. are ADHD that are uncontrollable so bad they need meds. I have ADHD. I'm not on meds for ADHD. I actually think it's a superpower because I get a lot of shit done, bro. My mind goes a mile a minute, but you guys already know that if you watch my videos. People like, Heather, you talk fast. I'm like, listen, I'm from Long Island, I'm from New York, and I got ADHD. Go with me here. Definitely follow my videos. But even they agreed that doctors definitely over prescribing it. They don't test them. They literally just say, oh, you're hyperactive, all right, let's put you on meds. It's definitely not COVID. If it was COVID, it'd be during COVID and after COVID. It didn't start until 2023, this mess. Literally a couple months ago. So it wasn't due to COVID, please. And ADHD during COVID, great. Now you can go anywhere. But it bothers me that doctors are overprescribing. And it's dangerous because even they said people are probably, some people, not all, some people are probably saying they're ADHD, but they're not. And if you take an ADHD med, if you're not ADHD, it's like speed. Literally, it's speed. So for my kids, it mellows them out a smidge so they can focus. But, and I mean, it didn't change who they are. They're still them. It wasn't like the same meds like when I was a kid. It would zombify you because I didn't want that for them. It's nothing like that. But it works great for them. But people are taking it when they're not even ADHD. They're taking it because it's like speed. They can literally get so much, it's causing you to have ADHD if you're not ADHD, basically. That's why they always call it the soccer mom med, because even House MD had episodes of moms taking their kids' ADHD meds and giving them speed so they can cope and get shit done quicker and give them energy. Like it's a very broad conversation I don't want to sit you guys through to having it through, but people who need it should be able to get it. Overprescribing, people lying, it happens, and it's happening more to where people who need it can't get the meds, and I don't find that fair. It is not fair for people who truly do need it. But you're going to tell me like 90% of Americans, really? I couldn't even get my pain meds. Somebody who's dying has a ton of autoimmune. I couldn't even get my pain meds for the first time ever in my life, which is not good to put somebody through. Because the pharmacy was out of all pain meds. How are you out of all pain meds? You're going to tell me doctors are not overprescribing. It's one thing if it's people with chronic pain who actually need it. It's another thing like right after surgery. You don't continue it on after surgery, it's just for healing. But that's how people get hooked and get into it. I never got hooked to pain meds. Like, I can lower my dosage. I can do whatever I want. I only do it at my worst times. I do more, but it's still low dosage. Like, I won't do higher dosages. It messes with your body. I won't do that. I just want something to take the edge off the pain. I never expect with all my diseases to ever be painless. I don't even think I know what that feels like. But overprescribing is becoming a thing in the U.S. And, it used to be to where, it's really hard for people to get pain meds who need it. And I truly believe it should be meant for people who need it only. It shouldn't be just given to somebody because they have knee pain. Take ibuprofen, you're fine. If you're allergic to ibuprofen, there's other things that you can do besides pain meds. But it's meant for chronic pain patients, cancer patients, hospice, all that crap. It's why you're giving such high shit or strong meds to people who are going to be abusing it. And I'm a huge advocate because there's so many people in my autoimmune world that can't get pain meds. And they suffer mentally and physically because of it, and the pain does get to you mentally. And they still can't get it. But why in New York are they giving it out like Tic Tacs? I don't know what's going on. When I honestly looked up the ADHD meds and, mental health meds, they're like saying it's basically Hudson Valley, upstate New York, where I live. And they were like, at the doctor's office, they said, no, it's nationwide. I'm like, well, I got friends in Cali, Arizona, Florida, Texas, all those places, and they don't have a problem getting their stuff. So it's becoming impossible for my kids too. And I'm like, my kids actually need it. There are kids out there who truly need ADHD meds so they can survive their adolescence and be able to get good grades and get into a good college and do all that. But you're giving it to anybody, all because they have some sort of anxiety. I have a generalized anxiety disorder. My anxiety has caused multiple autoimmune diseases. I'm a shit show. I'm gonna be real. But there are many things that I've learned that without meds, what I can do. I have a rescue med, so if I get really bad heart palpitations or panic attack, because I also have PTSD from, if anybody's had their Denture Diva membership, you would know why what happened to me. Recently, we'll go with that. Because I've had it for other things too in my past, but it's so hard for people to get meds. Knock on wood, I've been able to get my PTSD meds, but my doctor wants me off it. I think it's the worst time to take me off of it because I'm already getting heart palpitations. But I worry for my kids because I don't want them to have to go through withdrawals of their ADHD meds because people who are lying to doctors or doctors who just say, oh, you have a problem concentrating? Here, try this pill. And I'm not saying every single doctor by any means. I'm saying you can't tell me everybody's 100% honest and legit. No, come on, man. COVID's gone. It's been done. It's out there, but it's controlled and done. We're not shutdowns and all that crap. And people stuck inside where you're anxious as hell. But ADHD meds literally cause speed in people who do not have ADHD. So when I was talking to the doctor nurses, they're like, oh no, we fully agree. We fully agree there are doctors out there who overprescribe. There are doctors out there who do not test. They do not do whatever. And there's patients who lie. What did House MD say? All patients lie. They hide something. That's why I've always been honest with my doctors. Ever since I watched that TV show like 10 years ago plus. I think it's like 20 years now. Anything you hold back from your doctor can cost you your life, or cost you a limb, or cost you whatever. It can cause some shit. So always be honest with your doctors. No matter if you're embarrassed by it or whatever, you got to keep it real. Because how do you expect them to keep it real with you? Or how are they supposed to help you and save you if you're not bringing it to them? It's like with my primary, I kept telling her my foot was freaking swollen. My arch is completely swollen. I couldn't walk. Obviously, people saw me using a cane. I was going through all this crap, and it turns out I had freaking raging blood clots going through my body, and she was just ignoring it. Or my favorite is, she's like, oh, I had a feeling. That was it. Your job is to test, bruh. That's your job. It's a simple freaking blood test for pulmonary embolisms, and you just ignored it? Yeah. I don't think I'll ever forgive her for that, especially she never apologized for anything. And as a doctor, and I've seen many doctors, and they come and go because they want to learn more. If you're in a small town area, you don't learn much. And if you go to major cities or big areas or whatever, you learn more, you can understand more, you can have more patience, you become better as a doctor, and you keep going. And I don't know. I just think things could be so much better. It sucks for people who need it, they can't get the meds, and they can harm people. If you wrongly diagnose anybody, you can harm them. If patients lie just to have a medication that puts them on speed, can turn their life upside down. They can lose family, friends, become addicts. There's so many things that can happen. It can ruin your health. Like, does nobody read what meds can do to you? And I'm on a lot of meds, bro. Luckily, I'm on the correct meds that help me. I'm probably going to change my blood thinner soon. Yeah. Because there's only so much stabbing of the abdomen you can do, and I keep getting these scar tissue nodules. Because I'm running out of areas. Damn it. So I might go to Eliquis. I know my autoimmune doctor, Dr. Pierre, I love you. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys that. I'll make that a new video because this one's all over the place. But even with like my autoimmune doctor and stuff, first of all, you can't believe how much I bounce back from stuff. But when you have drive and motivation and you work hard, you can achieve what you want. Things happen. But he even told me that Coumadin is such a horrible blood thinner. I was like, well, my hematologist said it's more controlled now. And he was like, no. They overdo it until you're basically almost bleeding out, and then they'll lower it. And he was like, it's very dangerous to be on that med. He goes, Eliquis is a newer blood thinner, and it actually does, and more beneficial than Coumadin is. And I know so many people on Eliquis, it's insane. But he just said, that's a better blood thinner. He's like, I'm great, Lovenox worked for you, but he goes, long term, you're going to be put on Eliquis. So I tell my hematologist that, and he was like, I beg to differ. I think Coumadin's better. I'm like, probably because you get paid. I don't know if you guys know this, but doctors get paid to prescribe you shit. I shit you not. There's a website that you just Google. How much does my doctor make for meds? Every state and every country, America has it. I don't know about other countries. But it shows you how much your doctors each get from prescribing meds. My autoimmune doctor does not overprescribe. He doesn't make shit. I've seen it. He just doesn't. My primary, oh yeah, she definitely overdoes it. 100% agree. But they all get money. I'm not even lying to you. I swear to God on everything I love that they literally get money for certain meds. Lyric, gabapentin, mental health meds, all this stuff. So yeah, do I think some doctors do it for benefit and gain? Yeah, absolutely. But that's why I always say be your best own advocate. Speak for yourself, ask questions, do all that. If you guys want me to make a video for that, I absolutely will. But be your best own advocate, that's what I learned. Because for years I was just like, all right, I just follow what my doctor says, blah, 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 blah. No, because they've almost killed me 1,000 times. So I am this is how I want to be treated. This is what my health care plan would be. If you won't do it, somebody else will. Because I'm not allowing you to put shit in my body that I don't want there. When I know this med, like my autoimmune doctor's cool. Because I have high inflammation. My body's a douche. So he was like, what about Plaquenil? I'm like, how about sulfasalazine? He goes, that medication is underrated. I'm like, well, my son's on it. Works well for him. And he goes, genetic-wise, that's a great way to start. And he was like going back and forth in his mind. And he goes, no, we're going to start with sulfasalazine because if it works for you, we're doing it. So we tried it and stuff. And all my inflammation, knocking on wood, I am very, very superstitious after everything I've been through. But we tried sulfasalazine. Everything got better. We checked the C3 and C4 blood test, and it's up, which means the medication's working. So, I still swallow. Look at my hands. See the floofiness, and then you see my bottom knuckles that are flat? Yeah, it's called lupus. Thanks, girl. Salty bitch. But whatever. Yeah, she makes me swell insanely. She also gave me lupus and anticoagulant disorder. Thanks to the blood disorder. Appreciate you. No. But my autoimmune doctor's cool. He listens to you. He talks. My neurologist, I love Dr. Cummings. But my case is really, 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 really scary to most doctors. And he's like, Heather, neuromyelitis optica girl with scleroderma, all that. He goes, I don't want to harm you. And he's like, I don't want to be responsible for that. He goes, so you're going to have to find a doctor that can do it. Which I respect that. I'm going to respect the hell out of it because I agree with him. But even my autoimmune doctor said, he goes, Heather, with your diseases, you would need 3 autoimmune suppressants. He goes, you will die. He goes, no. He's like, what I always let you do is you do your thing. You tell me when something's up. We go from there, blah, blah, blah. He goes, but sulfasalicine's working for you. We're not doing an autoimmune suppressant. He goes, you're strong, you work out, you do all this stuff. He goes, I'm going to let you do you. And I respect that because it is my choice. And even he knows how dangerous 1 autoimmune suppressant alone can kill you, let alone 3 because I have so many complicated diseases. But I'm not going to make this video too long. If there's certain videos, you guys want me to break down diseases, how to even be tested for autoimmune, symptoms, what's non-medication that can help symptoms and ease it, like esophageal spasms, heating pad right on the lower stomach. It's beautiful. Like there are things you can do. If you have inflammation in your abdomen, I use ice packs. Works like a charm. Amen to that. But I'm going to do more vlogging as I go so you guys see what I do throughout the day. That'll be the next video. Hopefully I remember. It's really hard to vlog when you're not used to vlogging. Just saying. But I've already lost even more weight. And now that they know what's wrong, I did not know that heart failure that I didn't know I was in due to pulmonary embolisms and all this other stuff called epidemic, which she knew about. I don't know why she didn't. We won't get into that. But I had pitted edema and I couldn't lose weight. I would stop eating for a month and I couldn't even lose 8 pounds. It was insane. But now it's like I'm dropping weight without even trying. And I'm like, my primary... And the funny part is I live in a small area. Other primaries aren't just as good either. So my other doctors like use it for cold and cough. And like, you know, if you need a referral somewhere or you need a test done. But they said other than that, you talk to us. And I was like, all right. They could not believe that she dropped the ball so hard it shattered. And it bothers me when doctors don't see humility and apologize. My autoimmune doctor apologized when he only saw me once, so I wouldn't blame him for anything. My hematologist is brand new. Can't blame him for anything. They all apologized to me for what I went through. And it could have been all prevented. My primary is just making excuses every time I see her. Why? Oh, I never had a patient with a clot before. Oh, this. Well, then if you're not a good doctor and you haven't experienced stuff, maybe you should go out in the world, go to another place, and become better. Because if not, you're just basic. Fresh out of med school still, you're not growing. And it bothers me because I used to think she was a great doctor, but all she does is overtest, usually. Why she didn't do for me, I have no idea. But usually people just bring up tests and she'll do it. There's nothing that she's doing that shows that she's on the ball. She keeps dropping the ball with me, and it's getting frustrating. I had classic symptoms of blood clots, and she just ignored it. So everybody tell me to get a new doctor? Honey, I would. But when you live in a small area, there's not many good options. I promise you. Been there, done that. Can write the book. That's another thing I want to work on too. My hands have really bad arthritis, so it's really hard to do this. But I want to do a book. And, I mean, I'm definitely going to have multiple books, only because, like, so much shit I went through. But autoimmune life, all the stuff I went through, symptoms, I want to help people. So I want to show and put what I've been through out there so maybe it can help somebody else. Because not feeling alone is what matters. And I don't know. I just knew how I felt mentally, and I don't want anybody else to go through that. I really don't. If I could save a life, I will. Even if it's one. But I love you guys. I'll make another video update and I'll just keep popping them through. Also, I'm doing short videos. So make sure you watch the shorts on my channel. If you subscribe to my channel, it'll pop up automatically Make sure you like the video so it goes in the algorithm and we can help more people together. Because I just want to do what I can to help people. And I didn't know what was out there for help. And feeling alone is the shittiest feeling to go through. Especially when doctors treated me like everything was in my head. And now I have so many diseases losing count. That's not normal at all. I don't know, guys. But I love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and message me anytime. My email is always in the description, which is the arrow next to the title of the video. Stay safe, stay active, stay healthy. Love you guys.